Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on Windows 11. We are now talking about Windows 11 security and privacy. You have already seen many videos regarding the design aspect and the changes, but nobody has told you regarding the privacy and security features that are built into the new operating system of Microsoft. So let's jump into the security aspect of this Windows 11 first. So now let's see the security improvements in Windows 11 as compared to its predecessor Windows 10. The minimum requirement to install Windows 11 as per this leaked build is TPM 2.0. TPM is basically a hardware level cryptographic chip that protects the core features of the operating system like core Windows in deep, and it protects hardware tampering like processor control in case of any attack in malware or ransomware. Second basically improvement is UEFI firmware. Firmware is something onto which your operating system is installed. There are two types of firmware mostly onto the systems, that is UEFI and legacy firmwares. Legacy firmwares are very old at this point of time, but Windows 11 has completely removed the legacy because many of the vulnerabilities are exploited onto Windows 10 because of the legacy firmware only. So Windows has taken the next step of completely removing the support for legacy firmware into this build and completely going on to UEFI firmware. What UEFI does, it is known as Unified Extensible Firmware Interface. UEFI can support remote diagnostics and repair of computers even with no operating system installed. Basically, UEFI is an operating system in itself, unless legacy. The third feature that Windows has given onto Windows 11 for securing it is Secure Boot on by default. Before Windows 11, what you can do is you can turn off Windows Secure Boot, but in this build, if you turn off Secure Boot in Windows, you will not be able to boot into the software. See, what Secure Boot basically does is check all the drivers that are installed onto your system before booting of the Windows itself. So it prevents any type of tampering that has already been done during restarts and after shutting down your PC or after turning your PC on. So it checks all the signatures of all the softwares, and the most important of the security solutions that Microsoft is getting into Windows 11 is the new Microsoft Store. What the new Microsoft Store does is that it combines all the applications that you generally install from any browser like Google Chrome or any package like Adobe Premiere Pro or anything else from the outside world. You can now install that from the Windows Store itself, because Windows Store has changed all its policies regarding third-party applications. So Windows can make it very secure by installing the applications from the store itself, because when you install an application from the store, it checks for malware by the cloud computing itself. So the chances of getting any malware from the Windows 11 store is very less as compared to downloading any software from any third-party place. So that's also a major improvement in terms of security. The other security improvements in this Microsoft Windows 11 leaked build are that there is no previous Edge installed and there is no Internet Explorer by default, which increases the security to a huge margin, because many of the exploits came from Internet Explorer and from old version of Edge that is not supported anymore. And what Microsoft did in the time of Windows 10, that is really pushed Chromium Edge over the old Edge and did not remove the old Edge from the system itself. And because of many vulnerabilities came into action. The same is the Internet Explorer. Means when you are running Windows 10 on your system, you are running three browsers by default: Internet Explorer, the old Edge HTML based, and the new Edge that is Chromium based. And you may have installed Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox as per your choice, but it's really becoming a bloatware at that point of time. and Microsoft has done a great job to completely eliminate the Internet Explorer from this build. If you want Internet Explorer, you can download it from the Microsoft website, but most of the persons do not use it. Banks use it. I don't know why. For their old unsecure websites, for our most important data, just leave it. That is a topic for another video. So now let's talk about the privacy aspect of Windows 11. Windows 11 has removed most of the bloatware that came with Windows 10. As you can see here, the bloatware is completely gone. The system is completely clean in Windows 11. So if there is less bloatware, they are sending less analytics to their servers. Like Candy Crush Saga was automatically installed when you install Windows 10, but it does not happen in the case of Windows 11. So it's a major improvement in terms of privacy. Another major improvement in terms of privacy is system-wide DNS blocker or system-wide DNS over HTTPS support. And what it does, that it makes your DNS queries completely encrypted system-wide. And what it does, it makes it very difficult for your internet service provider like Jio, Airtel, Verizon, and any other network you have in the world from looking over what you are doing on the internet. It's just like your private DNS, and also you can configure it by the systems like NextDNS. I'll make another video on NextDNS and how to configure it for complete privacy and security. But this is completely off topic for this video. Now let's do a network analysis of this leaked build, either from Microsoft or from a developer, that is it safe to install on your system or not. Let's see that. We are using NextDNS to see what's going on and what's coming into our system. So after I installed this system at basically 525 or 524, these things connected to the internet. Azure Edge, it is Microsoft Cloud. Bitdefender is my antivirus. Footprint DNS, it's Microsoft DNS to bypass this DNS, and there is nothing fishy that was seen in terms of security. But in terms of privacy, Microsoft is sending optional diagnostic data to its servers. So as far as I can see from this initial analysis, this build is safe, and I also got some security updates onto this build after installing it, so it's pretty safe. But I will not recommend you to install it because it's a very early build. It's not even the beta version, not even the alpha version. It's basically the developer version. So it may have many bugs in the long run. So better to stick with Windows 10 right now. And after that, when Microsoft will release this for the general public, you can install it from the Microsoft website. So that's all from my side. Now I'm signing off. Ashish Bhatia. I'll see you in the next video next week.